Right? Speaking of drinks, of course, we always think of Dean when it comes to that. Dean, what's going on?
Well, we're just having fun over here at Datz and Dr. Barbecue and Donovan's and all the DRG concepts.
Yes,
And right now,
celebrating the month of love as well, right?
always, every month, right? Why is it the shortest month of the year? Why?
I know. That is true.
Good point. You need to do some reconfiguring there, but you know what that means? You have to have fun and enjoy it since it is the shortest month of the year. One way to enjoy it, of course, trying new cocktails. You always make me think outside of the box. You always are putting your twist. So what are some drinks that people can have some fun with this month there at the Datz Restaurant Group?
Well, we're doing the Rose 75, which is a French 75 with strawberry syrup. That's one. But for the home bartender, I bought a book. I always try to remember to bring one, and I usually forget this time I remember. So Essential Cocktails by Dale DeGraff. It's a super great read. He's super funny. If you've ever listened to anything online or met him, he is hilarious and tells great stories about his time in New York and all the great people he's met throughout his life. But we're here to make a drink, right? So
I was going to say, I like listening to your stories, Dean.
Oh, well, thank you. We could do a whole episode.
Yes.
Let's talk first about how to open sparkling wine, because it's an important thing, and people often make a mistake with that. There's a little tab on the side here, and you're just going to want to twist that. They say 6.5 times. Some say 7.
Huh.
Grab a hold of that sucker and spin the bottom of the bottle. Very important. Spin the bottom.
I don't think I've ever opened a bottle. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had.
You got a really good grip on the cork, and it'll slowly start to pull out, and this way it doesn't release too fast, and you don't get any champagne on the floor or Prosecco, and you want to make sure that the bottle's really cold. All those things are important, but it's a slow twist,
Good job.
get a nice little pop at the end, and here we have our Prosecco for our drink.
And is it bad? I was literally remembering back to the Bucks a couple days ago, and we saw some of them doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going to say, Dean, you just ran out of time.
Yeah, they're purposely at room temperature for those bottles, so the champagne goes everywhere.
There is a trick to it.
Definitely. So the French 75 is lemon juice, simple syrup, gin, shaken and strained into a champagne glass and then topped with champagne or sparkling wine. These days, champagne is quite expensive, small area, limited production, so the price goes up. So a lot of people use Prosecco, but you have a good, clean flavor, good sparkling bubbles and everything, so you have what you need for the sparkles. But let's just say you could spend a whole weekend with the Datz group. You could spend some time at Dr. Barbecue and get a bacon bouquet. You could come over here to Datz and have a Rose 75, and then head over to Donovan's on Sunday and do the prefix menu if they have any reservations left.
I was just going to ask that. Call today.
And you can get the Lover Clucker heart-shaped box of fried chicken from Cluck Yeah. So I get bonus points from Michael. He said I wouldn't say it on TV, but I did.
Yes, you did.
Or that I'd forget. So you can spend the whole weekend.
Curious.
Yes.
Can I ask you, on the champagne and Prosecco kind of conversation, I found myself sometimes even hesitant. If I want some champagne and maybe they only have Prosecco for whatever reason, I'm like, oh, is there a really big difference that the average person like me would be able to notice between the two? Or is it truly like one of those good substitutions?
Well,
I messed him up. I take responsibility for that, Dean.
No, I just wasn't thinking right, and I poured a little too fast. I didn't strain the lemon juice, and all the particulates in the lemon juice made it bubble over. Yeah.
Even pros make mistakes. Hey, I love it. Yep.
Right.
You're not perfect either, Dean.
Usually to keep the price of Prosecco down, what they do is like when you make beer, they put it in a bright tank. So instead of the second fermentation happening in the bottle like champagne would, they'll actually have the wine in a big, like a stainless steel tank and pressurize that and get the CO2 into the wine that way and then bottle it from there. So it brings the price way down and makes Prosecco a little more affordable in some cases. Some champagne houses do that too, I shouldn't say that. There's Cremonts and things like that from Alsace, but I don't think anyone in Champagne actually does that. The second fermentation happens in the bottle, which is what makes it so expensive.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not about quality necessarily. Yeah, it's just about technique and laws and rules and tradition.
So a lot of times when you do see bubbles, you may think it's champagne, but really could be Prosecco.
Well, just sparkling wine in general. And a good sparkling wine doesn't have to come from champagne, although that tends to be the case in a lot of scenarios. Like Zone and Prosecco is great. We use it company-wide. I think it's a great, just bright, I enjoy the taste of this, so I'll drink it again and again. And we talked about Yes Way Rosé, which I should have got a paycheck from Target on that one because I think I said Target 3 times. Target. Anyway, yeah, they do a great sparkling rosé too. That's very affordable and delicious, and everyone can put it in their fridge. So.
Well, Dean, cheers! I've got some pink on my mug and some lipstick there to match your pink drink.
Actually,
it looks so lovely, right? Oh, he's putting the finishing touches on. As always, people can go in, say hello to you and all the wonderful people at the Datz Restaurant Group. They're specifically, of course, Datz, located Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Riverview.